What is going on, you guys? Boss Stands Tall here, and we are back with my WWE 2K14 Universe mode. Now, this match that's coming up, it's actually a pretty interesting match that we got going on. It's a 10-man tag team Royal Rumble-esque thing, and the winner is actually going to take on the Hart Foundation for the Tag Team Championship immediately after this match. So, whoever wins this one's moving right on for a chance to tag team championship. Luckily, fatigue doesn't carry over in this game, so it'll just be like a whole new night. But yeah, I wanted to apologize to you guys because I actually forgot to include something in this video. Right before, I hooked up the PS4 to the PVR that I have to start recording 2K15 stuff when the time comes. I forgot to record a couple of clips, and one of them was Macho Man's Royal Rumble victory speech. It was awesome. It was so well written, so well spoken, and I completely forgot to add it onto here. Now there's no going back, because I can't record any of that now. So just know that existed at one point, and it was awesome. It was heartfelt, and I think Macho Man's on some big things. So anyways, looks like we're starting things off here with Curtis Axel and Dusty Rhodes. I believe this is the first video that I've recorded since Dusty Rhodes' passing, so I'm going to dedicate this night to him, and, God rest Dusty's soul. He was an awesome entertainer. I loved watching Dusty. I loved listening to him. I thought he was an awesome guy, so, thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his friends. And right now we got Titus O'Neil coming in here. Looks like fresh Titus O'Neil. Part of the newly reborn tag team of the Primetime Players, Darren Young. They're a tag team that I genuinely like watching. I think they're perfect together. Depending on this match, they could possibly be facing Hart Foundation tonight for these tag team championships. And, Cody and Dusty are a tag team that I wished would do more. Always wish that they would do more stuff. I mean, they could have been awesome tag team champions. Never say never because they could win this match. Cody obviously hasn't come in yet, and these 10-man Royal Rumbles, sometimes, Ambrosius won a 10-man Rumble coming in at number 5, so any of these guys actually have a chance, besides maybe Curtis Axel. Yeah, it looks like Curtis is out. But, his tag team partner, Kurt Hennig, his father, could still have a chance of winning it. It only takes one guy. It's not like the usual tag team battle royals and Royal Rumbles where if one man gets eliminated, the other one has to go. It's not like that. Tag team members may wrestle each other just because they have no way of distinguishing that in this game. Haven't fixed it for 2K15. So you just got to deal with that. But it looks like Ted DiBiase, part of Sold Out with JBL, is coming in here at number 5, and it looks like all the members of their teams, all the members of the team, however I say that, came out. Now it looks like all their partners are going to come out next. There was no, it was kind of cool how that worked out. I completely forgot that happened, but it looks like Jey Uso and Titus O'Neil, the younger guys in this match, teaming up on Ted DiBiase. All of these tag teams I wish would do more things. I mean, we had, I love the Hart Foundation. I think they're awesome tag team champions. Currently, I think that they are the longest reigning tag champions. I think they just they might have beaten Book Dust's record. I have no idea. They're either in first place or second place. I think Book Dust had like a record of like 80-something days, so it's pretty good. It looks like Cody Rhodes getting in here to become the second man in the match in that tag team. Titus O'Neil hits the floor, though, unfortunately for him, and it looks like Cody and Dusty just immediately go at each other. I kind of do hate how this game works, but it's just going to happen like that. One man will probably eliminate the other one. That'll be the downfall of their tag team. I wish these matches worked, but unfortunately they do not. Ted DiBiase just kicks out to Jey Uso, trying to eliminate him. Jey Uso, the Usos are also a tag team. A lot of these tag teams I kind of wish would do more stuff. DiBiase goes over the rope. The Knight is cut in half for the tag. Actually, that sounded stupid. I don't know why I said that. Cody Rhodes really just not letting up on his father. They really should not even be wrestling each other, but they are. JBL coming to avenge his partner's early night, coming out here. And just got eliminated by Jey Uso. So it looks like he might be trying to exact revenge on Jey Uso. As far as I'm concerned, I think JBL and Cody Rhodes have actually wrestled each other before. Maybe they haven't. I seem to remember when Jack Swagger won his Intercontinental Championship. Oh my God, JBL. We got to get a time on that. JBL was just eliminated in a very, very short amount of time. Unfortunately for him, it looks like Sold Out is the first tag team to be completely eliminated from the match, and they will not be wrestling for those tag team championships. It's sad though, because they were also a tag team. Like, I made all of these cool tag teams, like between guys, with the intent of them winning things. I really wanted them to win things. Kurt Hennig getting in here to avenge his partner and his son's early exit from the match, Curtis Axel. They're a part of Perfection Squared, and I'm thinking Kurt Hennig coming out at number 8. Excuse me. He's got a pretty good chance of winning it. Can't believe the match is already almost over. We only have 2 more guys come in. At this point, we know that they're going to be Darren Young and Jimmy Uso. Right now, guys like Kurt Hennig gets eliminated, then his tag team's completely out. We already have 2 tag teams that are completely out of the match. We have Sold Out and what's the other one? Or maybe we only have one. Oh, it looks like Jey Uso has been eliminated. He entered in here at number 3, so that was a good run for him. Dusty and Cody are both actually working together now on Mr. Perfect. Hopefully it continues. Doesn't look like it will, but now Jimmy Uso coming in. It looks like Darren Young's going to get the final spot. And Mr. Perfect looking to eliminate Cody Rhodes as his father looks on, about to take on Jimmy Uso in there. And I believe these two have met before in the ring. It seems like the Usos and the Rhodes family. I should probably sleep after this. Just after this brief video. Gotta make as many as I can so I can upload as many as I can. Looks like Dusty's on the verge of getting tossed out here, and Jey Uso does do that indeed. Both the Usos have eliminations in this match. Good for them. It's looking good for actually any of these guys in the match right now. But if any of them get eliminated, then that's it for their teams. So it's a tricky situation. Darren Young, obviously the last man, and one of these 4 teams, it could be Perfection Squared, the Usos, the Rhodes family, or the Primetime Players. One of these guys, one of these teams will take on the Hart Foundation immediately after this match, and that's going to be a fun match to watch. Very rarely do you see tag team championship matches on, just on regular television, not pay-per-views. So I'm excited to see that. Very excited to see what could potentially happen there. And looks like Cody Rhodes might be leaving a little bit early, and yes, he does. The team of the Rhodes family is unfortunately out of the match. We are down to 3 more teams. Hart Foundation. I don't know what I did there. Hart Foundation, Primetime Players, Perfection Squared. One of these teams is going to be going on immediately after this match to face the Hart Foundation. And history could be made right here, honestly. Tag team championship matches. God, the Hart Foundation, they've held their titles for so long. They just got another successful defense in last week at the Royal Rumble. I don't think any of these guys were actually in the Royal Rumble match. Oh my God. I should probably really go to bed. But, it looks like these young guys have been teaming up. Primetime Players and the Usos, they've kind of had a little bit of a partnership here. It's probably very short-lived, but we saw Titus and Jay teaming up earlier on, maybe it was $1 Million Man. We're seeing Jay and Darren kind of team up a little bit on Kurt Hennig. If Kurt could defy the odds right here, toss out these 2 young up-and-comers. Well, when you think about it, Mr. Perfect, this is his first year too. He's actually got less experience than both these guys, so he's sort of the up-and-comer. Based on age, he is the oldest man in that ring. Just getting a little bit of a late career start. No, nothing wrong with that. Just gives Jimmy Uso a big atomic drop as Darren Young drop kicks him right in the back of the head. Could the night end for Jey Uso? Looks like it might. Darren Young trying to get in on that. Looks like it is definitely possible. The Usos could not be facing these guys for the championship. Looks like he's still in, though, as Mr. Perfect flies into those ropes. When it gets to the triple threat situation, it can either become really easy or really hard to finish the match. Sometimes, you don't know who to attack. Sometimes things get broken up. You never know. Looks like Mr. Perfect may have just saved Darren Young from an elimination, and Jey Uso gets right back in there. Takes down Darren Young quickly with the STO and turns his attention right to Mr. Perfect, looking to toss him right over that rope. Could it happen right here? Looks like it would only be right, as Darren looks to join in. Doesn't look like he's going to get that, but yes, Jimmy Uso single-handedly eliminates Mr. Perfect. We are down to 2 tag teams. Look like it can either be the Primetime Players or the Usos. One of these teams is going to get their first ever tag team title match here tonight. I don't know if that's true or not. Random stat that I just decided to toss right out there. I have no idea if it's true. Could be true. If not, they're going to get another one. Nobody down to these 2 teams. Looks like Darren Young's getting the advantage. Could this match be over? It is quite possible. God, what a career resurgence that would be if the Primetime Players are able to do it tonight. These guys, they just had their first match back together. One of them. Looks like Darren Young is going to do it. Darren Young will get a shot at the Tag Team Championship along with his partner Titus O'Neil right now, actually, right after this. We probably shouldn't waste any more time. These guys, Darren Young just won it. This is, we usually have a Tag Team Royal Rumble every year, and Primetime Players, we can call these guys the winner of this Royal Rumble. Very excited to see that happen. Looks like we're going to hop right into this tag team match then. God, I need to eat. I need to eat so bad. We are jumping right into this tag team matchup. It is going to be a tag team championship matchup. We've got Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim Neidhart, aka the Hart Foundation, our reigning defending tag team champions, taking on the Primetime Players. Darren Young, Titus O'Neil. I am very ready to see this match. This is going to be exciting. I'm excited to watch it. We've seen these guys with titles around their waist ever since they won that first tournament at the beginning of the year. These guys have just been a wrecking ball coming all the way through the tag team division, taking on every challenge, just overcome it all. There's really no stopping these guys. They can do it all. Neither of them are in next season's game, but you have to wonder, if these guys are able to make it to WrestleMania. I mean, if they win this and they win at WrestleMania, then they got no more defenses this year. It's just these 2. All they have to do is win 2 more matches, and then they could possibly be carried over into the next game. If I could find a decent Jim Neidhart, decent Bret Hart. I know there's decent Bret Harts out there. I haven't been able to find a decent Neidhart. I have been looking just in case these guys are able to go all the way. Hopefully there becomes some decent Neidharts. The thing is, I have a PS4, and you have to buy like the season pass in order to get some of the CAWs. You know how sometimes there's like the exclamation mark, and it's like, oh, you can't do this. You don't have the season pass, even though that shouldn't matter to making a cost, but or CAW. I don't know why I put an S at the end of that. But are these guys gonna come out separately, or are they gonna have a tag team entrance? I don't know. I don't remember if I cut this out or not. I think I might cut it out here. Oh, looks like they do have a tag team entrance. That's pretty cool. Darren Young, Titus O'Neil. They've changed their pants instantly. They were both wearing different colors in the Rumble, but now they do indeed have the same color. God, Bret Hart, he is the champion right now. He looks on. This, I mean, regardless of what Bret Hart does for the rest of his career, this guy has had a great career. Some guys in SG Gaming League, they become legends after just one title reign. I mean, you look at Booker T. This guy, along with his partner Goldust, these guys had an awesome title reign. They were one of my favorite tag teams. And, he has cemented his legacy being a former tag team champion. Then you look at guys like, who else were former tag team champions? I mean, some guys, they cement their career after being just one, title holder. Guys like Jeff Jarrett, he's looked at as a veteran, a legend. He won that tag team title. He held it for a while. Not too long, but, a good long time. Kevin Nash has won other things. since being here. He's actually won a couple things. He won the European Championship. He won an Elimination Chamber. He's got a couple accolades on him. So, this guy. Both those guys built their legacies off the tag team championship. That was the very first one. So, Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart, you can only wonder what is going to happen with these guys in the future. If they're going to stay a tag team, if they're going to go their own directions, you never know. These guys could lose the titles right now, and they can kind of go off on their singles runs. There's still a lot of time. We still have to find somebody who's going to take on Steve Austin for that European Championship at WrestleMania. You never know who that's going to be. That could be anybody. I mean, to be able to say that you have won 2 titles in SG Gaming League, just because the seasons aren't very long, that's an awesome, awesome bragging right. And titles in this, they're kind of weighed. They're not really titles. I mean, titles are one thing, but like accolades, like I count a Royal Rumble victory as a title. I count a Money in the Bank victory as a title. Elimination Chambers, I guess they're sort of like titles. But if you win one, then they're usually 4 major championships. So, although Kevin Nash's win in Elimination Chamber last year was for a #1 contender spot, but that's, it's still kind of a big event. We didn't do any this year, unfortunately, just because we didn't really have the time. But next year we'll put a couple Elimination Chambers in there. We'll also have, we'll do a little bit of Money in the Bank stuff, and then we'll do Royal Rumble on it, obviously. We'll do a whole lot of stuff next year. It should be a really, really awesome year for Universe Mode. But getting back to this match right here, it looks like Neidhart drops the elbow on Darren Young. These two I know have never wrestled in that ring before. This is the first time meeting each other. And Neidhart and Bret Hart, these guys have had such a career. To be beaten by the Primetime Players tonight, it would be disappointing, but it would also kind of be the start of something new. I mean, these guys are just rebuilding again as a tag team after, taking a little time off from their careers together. They wrestled in a couple like little miscellaneous matches, but never anything too major. By themselves, didn't really do a whole lot of singles competitors. So, I think it's nice these guys are a tag team again. Obviously, doing big things. So far, it's like their second week being a tag team, and they're already getting title matches. So it's exciting to watch these guys. Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, they are not going to go down without a fight. They're going to fight until the very end, until we have tag team champions. Honestly, I can't really make a bet on this match. I think it's probable that either guy, either of these teams could do it. I do think that Hart Foundation, they have an advantage just because they're the best tag team in SG Gaming League right now. Arguably the world. They could be the best tag team in the world right now, in the entire world of YouTube, just because of all their accomplishments so far. These guys have been awesome. We don't, what's funny? We don't yet have any 2-time tag team champions. It's very hard to win the tag team title. We usually have really awesome tag teams in there, like the Acolytes, the APA last year. They held those titles for a while. I don't think they ever got beat, actually. I think they held them right up to the very end. Their reign isn't that big just because, we cut the season a little bit short, but I think that they would have kept going. I think that they would have kept winning championships. They would have kept defending their titles. Might even gone off on singles runs. I liked that last season a lot just because I enjoyed seeing guys from the Attitude Era. I liked seeing them walk in there and prove themselves, win titles. I loved that Bradshaw and Farouk were in it. I loved that a lot of the old Attitude Era guys were in there. I liked that guys like Gangrel got to hold titles, and Ken Shamrock, he was television champion once or twice. I think only once. There were only a couple 2-time champions. But usually you're pretty high up on a pedestal if you're a 2-time champion. Brock Lesnar is like a 4-time champion. He has won. He's won both world titles. I think he's won the Undisputed Championship like twice, which is awesome. Diesel is a 2-time. He's held 2 titles. That's very rare. Triple H has held 2 titles. I want to say, who else has? Oh wow, it looks like Hart Foundation has defeated Primetime Players, and they have successfully retained their titles again. These guys just can't be beat. They have one more match at WrestleMania. If they can make it past their WrestleMania opponents, then God knows who is going to stop these guys. You know, I mean, they just keep winning. They're just such a great tag team together. They just keep winning, and it's awesome to watch. Honestly, very awesome to watch these guys go at it. Um, very proud of these guys. They impress me every single week they're out there, and now they get to lay low for a little bit until WrestleMania, where they put their titles on the line once again in their very first pay-per-view appearance as a tag team together, or WrestleMania appearance. Here's a match that is going to be very, very interesting to watch. Razor Ramon is going to take on The Rock. Now, Razor Ramon is a former undisputed champion, former Royal Rumble winner. Just recently lost his title to the Immortal One, Hulk Hogan. I don't know, was it at? Yeah, I think it actually was at Royal Rumble. That happened a while ago for me. I record these kind of off. I record them with some time in between because I sometimes just can't get to it. But yeah, I do believe that Razor Ramon lost his title to Hulk Hogan. Now he's wrestling The Rock, who has been making a career for himself lately. This guy came back from an 0-7 losing streak. Now I believe he is undefeated this year so far in both singles competition and in tag team competition. He's had a couple matches, and he hasn't lost yet, so good for The Rock. He's building his career back up, from the ground up, which is very good for him. Razor Ramon, nobody can ever take away what he has done in this company so far. He's been an awesome talent. I'm kind of saddened that this is going to be his last year with us. He's not coming back next season. The Rock will be coming back next season, though. Excited for that. Just because I feel like The Rock has a lot more to do ahead of him. He's just coming back from what was a very, very disappointing WWE 13 season. He had a very brief feud with Triple H, even though he didn't really win at all. He got some title matches, actually, didn't win them. Eventually, after like 7 straight losses, we just, I got rid of him. If I don't think I didn't put him in FCW. I probably should have put him in FCW just to build his talent up a little bit. But actually, in 2K16, I was talking about it in a previous video. 2K16 is supposed to have a roster of like 120 unique superstars, and I think that is only right that FCW makes another appearance, because that's gonna be awesome. I mean, 120 guys, we're gonna be able to put like half of that on FCW and still have like a full roster for both sides. I mean, there are going to be a lot of guys that probably never even see action in the ring. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, we already know a bunch of the guys who are already in who are already in 2K16. There's some speculation that Jim Neidhart and the Boogeyman are going to be in there. Those are just rumors right now, though. I think Boogeyman is just trying to get himself in there. Don't know about Jim Neidhart. I saw some video somewhere that's saying he was confirmed for it, which obviously would be awesome because he's doing so well this year. To have Jim Neidhart in the game for real, I mean, coming into it with such a resume already, that would be absolutely fantastic to see him in there. So I'm hoping for the best. I know guys like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Steve Austin, Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, I think, is in there. Paige or something. And I gotta say, I've been watching Tough Enough, and I hate Paige. I know like a lot of people probably aren't listening to me saying this, but I fucking hate Paige. She's so... God, I just hate her personality. I hate who she is. I hate what she stands for. I hate her. I hate her so bad. So, if we ever bring back the Divas division, and first of all, it won't be half as good because there will be no Karma this year, or the next year to bring back. But she was like the best Divas champion. Same with Beth Phoenix. God, I miss them. I miss that. I kind of do miss having the Divas out there, but then again, it'll never be quite as good. Just because this year there was such a small Divas roster, and and next year there's gonna be no Create a Diva, so it's not like I can even go in and like make there be a larger one, because there's no hope in doing that. Um, I really don't know what 2K was thinking with this next year's game. We're just gonna have to kind of muddle through it. There's gonna be some unfortunate things happening. I did some matches in it already, and it looks like it is gonna be an upset season. Unfortunately, there's a lot of you know, the matches don't really happen how you want them to happen. I did a quick tournament in 2K15 earlier this year just to kind of play it out, see what was gonna happen, and there was just all kinds of just upsets. It was a bad tournament. So not very high hopes for the match quality this season. I think we're gonna see a lot of guys like fucking Justin Gabriel as SG Gaming League champion. Probably gonna see guys like The Rock and Triple H and Brock Lesnar being sidelined for these other guys. But hopefully, that doesn't go on, or else it won't be very fun if it's very unrealistic. We'll still have certain events to look forward to, like the Rumble and all that good stuff. But yeah, hopefully momentum will play a part too. I know Universe mode is really big on that. So I don't know if I'm trying to watch the entire rest of this match, unless it's ending soon. Maybe it is ending soon. The Rock just hit that big spine buster on our former world champion. See, he's dragging him right to the middle. Got some intentions to end the match, and no, Razor kicks out. It's like The Rock with the big rock bottom on Razor Ramon. It's not as dramatic as I would like it to see, or as I would like to see it. But 1-2, and wow, The Rock knocks off former world champion Razor Ramon. That's a huge win for The Rock. That's a career resurger right there. This guy, been working so hard. He in the off season while he was gone, he was working unbelievably hard to train for that big comeback, and it looks like he has definitely made that big comeback, defeating a mainstay, a main eventer, former world champion like Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. But thank you guys for watching. Our show is coming to a close, and that is it for me. Stay tuned for all the rest of the fun stuff this week and later this month. Boss Stands Tall is out.